morning and howdy. My name is Henry Chidgey and welcome to my Wednesday morning leadership videos. I believe that a coaching style of leadership with foundations built on trust, integrity, and respect for all people contributes tremendously to create a world that works for all of us. Thank you for being part of making that vision a reality. These free videos and free blogs are part of my expression of my commitment and passion to that vision. I'm very happy you've chosen to be part of my tribe and are doing your part to make our joint vision real. My goal here is to help you build your company and your team to create outstanding results in a way that is both gentle on your people and ruthless on the challenges that they and you face. Today, I'll be sharing with you some thoughts about how to flesh out your goals and really get them done through your leadership. I call this creating an action plan that really works. One thing that I've noticed about many leaders, myself included, is that we dislike and tend to avoid doing administrative tasks. Many of us have a misconception, and a big one at that writing things down and creating checklists is silly and impractical. For many leaders, they prefer keeping goals in their head because it's easier that way. Let me challenge this notion with several studies in behavioral psychology. Researchers have found the act of writing down goals strengthens a person's commitment to them. The effects are so profound that many psychologists and behavioral scientists suggest that goal setting and then writing them down is one of the main indicators for future success. Let me say that again. Goal setting and writing them down is one of the main indicators of future success. I'd like to add an additional benefit, and that goal setting also holds you to be accountable for your results and the task you've created to accomplish those results. This is particularly important when using a coaching style of leadership. You need to be aware of the goals of each of your team members so that you can review their process and progress with each of them and align and adapt strategies as each goal is in the process of being accomplished. It's a dynamic system and one that can only be achieved when you know what you and your team's goals are. This ties in perfectly with what I talked about recently about the importance of goal setting for success. People need to know why they should do something in order to become aware of what can be done so that they can become responsible for achieving that. Once your team establishes its why, you should now move on to the what. What are our short-term goals? What are our long-term goals? Creating a checklist makes these goals real. Notice that the what can also include both organizational and behavioral goals. Here's an example of those type of goals. Let's say Hank leads a team of 8 and wants to optimize his team's processes so that the outcomes are more reliably achieved. He has noticed that he tends to micromanage because he's afraid that one of his team members might make a mistake, with him receiving the blame from upper management. A sample checklist for Hank can look something like this. Goals and objectives, a 6-month period. First item, improve delegation. Second item, develop his unique leadership style. Third, craft a better organizational structure. Goals and objectives, say for a 12-month period. Be part of upper management in 3 years. You notice these goals don't have to be fleshed out. Not just yet. It's important that you write down any and all goals that your group or you wants to achieve. From there, you can achieve a more in-depth chart that may look something like this. As you're doing this, be sure and consider and identify the metrics that you will be used to determine progress and achievement of your goals. Do not depend on your feelings. Feelings are notoriously unreliable in objectively evaluating progress. You don't have to use each column exactly as I've written it in the slide, but this should help you craft your own template. It's important that you still include a column that questions the why, as seen in the column headed in the slide, impact on business. When you can successfully create a fully fleshed out chart that details both the why and the what for yourself and each member of your team, expect to notice a sudden positive shift in your team's performance. Often, many people just need to see things in real life to give them the push they need. This is one of the simplest and most effective ways I know of creating an action plan that really works. Please take this idea and put it to use today. Good ideas are one thing, but results occur from massive action. Leadership does matter. It especially matters to you and all the folks in your life. Thanks for being here. Please consider that success is nothing more than a few small disciplines practiced every day, and failure is a few errors in judgment repeated daily. Bye-bye for now.